The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Welcome to another episode of the Women in Power, Politics and Entertainment. This program is being broadcasted in Nigeria and we hope to go through the entire Africa searching for women with dignity, repute and accomplishment. As you all know, I don't do this alone. Today, my guest on the program is a businesswoman, ECOWAS Youth Ambassador, a public speaker and the CEO Ambassador Store. She's no other person than Ambassador Dr. Janet Tayo Faremi. She's going to be telling us how she has been able to navigate through business, community development, and so many other interesting things about her. Don't go nowhere. It promises to be an interesting episode. I remain your host, Sam.
My name is Ambassador Dr. Janet Tayo Faremi, the MDC of Ambassador Stores. I'm from Kwara State, Ofa town. So I was born and brought up here in Ilorin. I grew up in Ilorin. So growing up, I would say I was one of those fortunate children. You understand, it's a silver spoon, but growing up was very good. And I'm from a family of 5, so we are two boys, 3 girls. So I'm also a triplet.
Wow.
Most people don't know that.
Wow, that's really beautiful.
And we are all doing fine and good. So I started after like a year after marriage.
Wow.
That was about 19 years ago. Yeah. So, when you get into the marriage and you discover that you just have to do something. And then I wanted to go back to school to get my first degree. So I have to now, okay, fine. We can do the family life, the business, and also go back to school, because education is quite important, especially somebody like me that you've done this, you've done that, and it's always like half, and the word dropouts, it's always there. So I just felt, okay, fine, if everybody can do it, I can do it as well. Going back to school is quite important to get a degree. At least that's why I always educate people. The first degree is very important for females. You cannot decide not to go back or proceed. But most importantly, you should be able to read and write, go through the basic educational, because you might just one day they might just call you and they needed that certificate. Okay. So that is it.
Okay, all right.
Some of us are very lucky in life. We're very lucky. Most times some things work very smoothly for you, and that is why I tell people sometimes that if you don't walk through that shoes, you might not really know how it feels. But as I said earlier, I'm very fortunate in life, and I'm one of those that when you get married, on my wedding night, I was pregnant. Oh. So when my marriage was about 9 months, my first child, then about 2 months after, I was pregnant again.
Wow.
So in a space of 2 years, 2 children,
Wow.
A boy and a girl. So, and sometimes you just wonder, how does that happen? Some females don't know, maybe you don't have a safe period. So biologically, there are some things you don't follow when people say do it like this, because it might not work for you. So having the 2 children in the space of 2 years, so I have to start my business and go back to school. And I discovered that you can't put someone on hold. You just have to, sometimes you just do things, you don't even know how you were able to do it, and you were able to get to that point. But in everything, I give God all the glory. God has just been so wonderful. So I didn't put anything in. My family life was there, the business was there, and I went back to school.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
So
Yes.
it's not easy. It's not easy. Although, when we started then, 18, 19 years ago, it was different from now. I started a business then. I actually wanted to do two types of business. It's either kitchenware or mother care. One thing about me, I love to stand different and be unique about everything I do. Then, over here in Ilorin, we don't have so many people that sell what I do. But we have so many people that does the mother care, something especially in Gegele then. So I wanted a business that when I'm going to start, I'll be different and unique. And I'll have my targeted people, you understand. Like, I didn't want to do it in a market women type, So I wanted to be unique and distinct to a level, and source for items and things that are unique for homes, not a general thing. So I now have to opted for the kitchenwares. So the kitchenware, homewares, appliances, generally homewares. So that was my aim. And starting then, I didn't have a shop, That was why I said you just have to start little. So, and I started my business with just 50,000 then, that is a big money. So, and what I did was, I even remember then I was breastfeeding, but I just wanted to do something. So I had to go to Lagos. I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know any, I just asked around. Someone told me where the marketplace is in Lagos. So I jotted what I think people needed, and you won't start from big, you start from like pot, spoon, small pots, small aluminium, not too expensive ones, so that you can use your money to buy so many things instead of buying only one thing. So I went to the market. One thing about what I tell people is pray, always be prayerful, and be very close to God. And most times God always just directs your paths. You don't know, and you'll be favored. Sometimes you are going to meet people and you think like, even if somebody introduced you together, it can't be that perfect. And when I got to that market, there's this woman, we call her Yadamilola. She was my first contact there. I didn't even tell her that I'm just starting. And Lagos people now, those ones are very good in business. She entertained me very well. She was like, so when she heard the way I was speaking, she was like, Anyara, okay. So I now had to come down, and I told her that I just wanted to start this business. So she told me, pick this, pick this. She even went to the second shop for me to get those items, and we did the calculation. So I brought them down to Ilorin. So I had this small vehicle then, so I'll just put those items, then I will walk around, and that's why I said you start from your family and friends. Those are your first customers, and so monta poto, monta bowl, although there's nothing here, they will hold you, and they will even want discount to the minimum, but they are your people. So from there will be recommendation, and people will be like, we are in our office, I've told them you are coming, you understand. So like that. So I started going to offices, ministries, schools, you sell to the teachers. Some parents might see you there, and like that. So but I did that for about 1.5 years, and my money was tough outside, and too many people were owing me. And when you do this type of business, it's going to allow you to know the how to deal with people. We have the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the nastiest people, especially here in Ilorin. They will hold you, they will abuse you on top. That kind of thing. And in fact, somebody like me, you end up leaving the money because you just be like, you are owing me, and you know that kind of thing. So, but it's a way of you to know how to deal with people, you know, our government. I know when they are collecting salary, you know, you just have to know, because when you call some people, want if one salary, you now wonder, one not salary, but you now discover that they are quite different. So, and so like that, I was actually manage. So the passerby too, we branch, oh, what are you doing here? And you know, it's just, so when you do business like that, you note down what people are asking that you don't have. So because that is what I did. So when they ask this and I don't have, sometimes I don't even know what it is, you know. So you have to do your own research to know what they are asking, the types of the ones you have, the brands, how it's being used. Is it manual, is it electric? Because that's what I tell people. Doing business, sometimes you have to go to the school safe, that business school.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can look so stupid if you are supposed to assemble something you are selling and you don't even know how it works, you know. So sometimes that is why, if you see my videos, I do videos on how to use it so that people will know. And you just have, I was given as a wedding gift, I just put it in the house, I don't know how it's being used. Oh, thank you for showing us how it's being used. So most times when you even do that, some people will be like, okay, I need this. Okay. So you know, no knowledge is lost. Yeah. Technology has really done a big thing, you know. Without technology, maybe there's no ambassador stores again. Because you know, at a point, I remembered when we were first hit in Nigeria with the first inflation. That was about maybe 7-8 years ago then. And then we don't have all this dollar crisis. So I remembered, you know, business just dropped. And at a point in time, I think when the mall even came to Ilorin here as well, business dropped. And I just felt, how can I do things differently? And I noticed that when I now post, then I know how to do Instagram, but I was not that good yet. It was just Facebook. Then even the WhatsApp self, we don't have the status, whatever. Then it was Blackberry. Then when Blackberry later introduced maybe the channel, I had a channel then or something. So, but I noticed that when I now put my video out there or my pictures online, people from all over tend to see it and how much is this. As of that time, we were still doing in-house, as in Ilorin, campus. You know, people don't trust you yet to send money from their other state to you, but we are able to navigate all that, you understand. And one thing I discover again, some people will just call me and be like, when we did Google or we're looking for a particular product, your name popped out, and so we're able to get, okay, where's your store? So that's registering with Google Business was there as well. So you know, we now have so many platforms and tools, online tools, that helps us in doing our businesses. So technology, there's nothing you can do now in this world without technology, because it's the fastest and the most efficient way to just, so it's a good means. And with technology, we innovate now. We have so many innovations. Even here in Kwara State, we have so many platforms now that is helping our young generation, our youth, young businesses now, you know. So without technology, even the Kwara State startup that I did recently, you have to register online. So gone are the days that you'll be doing manual. Later they will say they lost the whole form. So but when you do it online, you digitalize everything. They have the real something. Just so that is why I tell people, you have to put your business out there. Don't be faceless, you know. We are looking for something, you have it, but when you did market it, how do we know? So technology is very important, and It's been so helpful. First of all, it's capital.
Okay.
It was capital. I remember, I did so many struggling then, and but what I did was I opted to get loan from the bank, a microfinance bank then, and as of that time, their interest was not that high unlike now. The VAT was still okay. So, but what I tell people is, aside from the fact that I took loan from microfinance bank, I also was doing the local ajo. Yeah, I don't really like cooperative, so I do the local ajo. I was doing like about 3 or 4. So it's a risk, but sometimes we take it. Some has gone with our money, but what can we do? So we have the weekly one, we have the daily one. So the daily one was so good, Sometimes I might not even take it or pack it at the end of the month. It could be like maybe 3 months, sometimes 1 year when you really wanted it in bulk.
Okay.
So, but when you are able to encourage yourself to save, even I still do colo. Just drop money there. All these 500 or 1,000. The day you break it, say you get money. There are some tight corner you go enter. Where we say you look back, no money. And this nobody will give you money. So those are avenues. So, and sometimes I encourage people to join ajo, like contribution. Please know the people you are joining ajo with, because some people have bad head and bad worry. Some worry now, they enter, they scatter the whole thing for you. Especially when they are packed. So if you want to do ajo and you don't know them, pack first, so that at least when you don't pack and you want scatter, make things scatter. Not that they will not give you last. You now scatter.
They will not be giving you excuse.
It dey pain. So, but it's good, it's an encouragement. I have so many ones that I do like that. Business people. That is why I used to encourage, let's work together. We know ourselves better when we are able to work together, because we know some people, even as I hear say that person did that, you are not going to enter, because I know the person.
Oh wow.
They collect money like this, we don't see them again. So, but when you do that, it's an avenue for helping others. Imagine you are doing like 50,000, or you might not even do up to that, or 100,000. You now pack 500. You go buy markets now. And the good part is, when you collect 500, it's 50-50 every month. So it's not that you are paying back 500 every month, you understand? And most ajo, maybe sometimes they have to just pay maybe 1,000, 5,000 for the whole year, you understand? It's okay, unlike when you go and collect money from the bank. Because that little money they have collected from you is just the logistics to manage the account, to know, and we see how some people late comers, they won't bring their money on time. But if that other extra is there, they'll use it to augment the rest, to pay. So that was from, when I did, so I stopped that loan. So but I have to continue the ajo. It's very important to me, because there is no how you can do it in business unless you are lying, or else maybe you have another thing you are doing, but as a business person you have to save. So the ajo, and this one that they come every day, do it. If you have the polo, that clay polo is 100 naira, and me, I'm selling electronic polo, but that small 100 naira is okay. Save, just fold the money and put it there. So, and when you are able to manage your finances very well, you won't get yourself into.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's really nice. I learned one or two from that. Saving, and also don't